Get ready for action because the NBA postseason is heating up with massive stakes. We start right now with the Timberwolves versus the Spurs, where expert analysis is diving deep into the best bets, picks, and same-game parlays for Game 1. We are breaking down the odds, the spreads, and the player props to give you the ultimate edge as this intense matchup kicks off.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we look at the critical situation facing the Minnesota Timberwolves. The biggest storyline revolves around Anthony Edwards, who is dealing with a left knee bone bruise and remains sidelined for Game 1. We investigate what this injury means for the team's explosiveness and workload, and whether he can carry the offense as the series begins. But the Spurs are looking incredibly strong. We examine how San Antonio enters this series fully rested and rolling after a dominant first-round win, featuring Victor Wembanyama's unique two-way impact and the depth that gives them a clear structural edge heading into the opener. And the big question remains, can Anthony Edwards push through and return for Game 1 against the San Antonio Spurs? We look at the latest insider reports and the collective decision from the medical staff to see if the superstar is ready to make his return, and don't miss out on the full breakdown. Subscribe now for all the latest breaking news. The NBA postseason is heating up, offering a diverse array of betting opportunities including point spreads, moneyline wagers, and totals. To navigate these options effectively, advanced statistics combined with NBA projections are key to identifying quality bets. FanDuel Sportsbook is highlighting several top options for today, emphasizing the use of these analytical tools. Key betting concepts explained include the point spread, which acts as a handicap to equalize the playing field. For instance, a team with a -6.5 spread must win by 7 points or more to cover the bet. The moneyline represents a straight-up wager on the winner, with negative odds indicating a favorite and positive odds indicating an underdog. For total bets, the over-under market involves wagering on whether the combined final score of both teams will exceed or fall below a projected total. Furthermore, player prop bets allow fans to focus on individual performances, betting on statistics such as points, rebounds, assists, and steals for specific players. Currently highlighted prop bets include projections for Victor Wembanyama's points and Stephon Castle's points, with specific odds mentioned for consideration. Fans looking for the most current NBA odds and betting lines are directed to check the FanDuel Sportsbook platform. The article reminds readers that all lines are subject to change throughout the day. A special offer is also noted for users looking to place multi-leg same-game parlays for upcoming playoff games. The NBA playoff action has concluded its opening round, setting the stage for the conference semifinals. A key matchup highlighted is the upcoming series between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the San Antonio Spurs. The Timberwolves face significant hurdles entering this contest, primarily due to their injury situation and the physical demands of their previous playoff series. The team is coming off a demanding battle against Denver, relying on defense, rebounding, and late-game execution. A major concern is the status of Anthony Edwards, who is sidelined for Game 1 with a left knee bone bruise, raising questions about his explosiveness and ability to lead the offense. Furthermore, the absence of Dante DiVincenzo limits perimeter shooting, placing increased creation burdens on Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels in challenging circumstances. Conversely, the San Antonio Spurs enter Game 1 fully rested and energized after a dominant first-round series victory over Portland. The Spurs have demonstrated balanced offensive capabilities, utilizing efficient spacing, pace control, and shot creation. Victor Wembanyama continues to pose a dual threat, acting as a rim protector while simultaneously stretching opposing defenses. At home, the Spurs' depth provides a distinct advantage, capable of exploiting mismatches against a potentially understrength Timberwolves squad. From a strategic perspective, this matchup is viewed as a situational mismatch. The Timberwolves' competitiveness hinges heavily on Edwards' health, as any limitation significantly curtails their scoring potential. Without consistent perimeter creation, Minnesota risks inefficient half-court offense against a disciplined Spurs defense. San Antonio, however, possesses the tools to dictate the pace and build separation early should Minnesota struggle to score. Betting analysis suggests the Spurs' health and depth advantage should translate into control throughout the game. The Timberwolves' path to staying competitive relies on grinding out games, favoring a slower tempo and defensive focus, which points toward a lower-scoring environment. The analysis suggests significant value in betting on the under for the game total, aligning with the expected methodical approach from Minnesota. Additionally, veteran point guard Conley is noted as a key factor, with his increased role and experience potentially boosting his production in facilitation and rebounding, making him a high-probability play for the under. The predicted outcome leans toward San Antonio, with betting lines reflecting this assessment. Minnesota Timberwolves guard Anthony Edwards is aiming for a return in game, one of the Western Conference semifinals against the San Antonio Spurs, though a final decision rests with the team and medical staff later today. Edwards, who has been sidelined for the last 2 games due to a left knee hyperextension and bone bruise, has been cleared for on-court activities and is listed as questionable for the contest. Sources indicate that Edwards is pushing hard to play, with growing optimism among league sources suggesting he could re-enter the lineup as early as games 3 or 4 of the series. Edwards has been actively engaged in an intensive treatment regimen for his knee, reportedly even sitting out the clinching Game 6 victory over the Nuggets to receive treatment. He has communicated to teammates his intention to return during the series. Coaching staff has provided updates on the team's health, with Chris Finch describing Anthony Edwards as still week to week and Io Dawsonmu as more day to day. The Timberwolves have been noted as one of the healthiest teams in the NBA this season, logging 89 man games lost to injury, ranking first among teams in that category. The desire for Edwards' return is also noted among competitors, with fellow player Wemby expressing hope that Edwards will return soon, stating that both players are highly competitive. Edwards remains focused on his recovery, with team sources confirming his plans to be back on the court as soon as medically cleared. Timberwolves superstar guard Anthony Edwards is pushing to play in Game 1 of the second round against the San Antonio Spurs, despite having recently suffered a hyperextension and bone bruise to his left knee 9 days prior. According to ESPN insider Shams Charania, Edwards was a significant participant in the team's shoot-around and is eager to return, though a final decision rests with him and the team's medical staff. Edwards is officially listed as questionable for the opening game. The injury has raised doubts about his immediate return, as initial reports suggested a multi-week absence, though recent optimism has grown, fueled by positive indications such as footage from his personal channel suggesting his return is imminent. Edwards has been seen practicing and cleared for on-court activities, leading to the current uncertainty. The decision now hinges on a collective assessment from the athlete, medical staff, performance experts, and coaching staff. Timberwolves Vice President of Medical and Performance, David Hinz, emphasized that any return must be based on comprehensive metrics, including pain management, mobility, functional strength, and on-court appearance. While an early return would be stunning given his injury history, the final confirmation on whether Anthony Edwards will suit up for Monday night's contest will not be known until closer to 8:30 p.m. Central Time.